The most distinctive contribution of the field of business ethics, from my perspective, will reflect my own modeled background, modeled or integrated background, and that is the practical implications of looking at the intersection of normative philosophy and empirical social science. So what do I mean by that? 50 plus years of research in psychology and sociology and organizations has taught us that social environments have tremendously powerful influence over human conduct, and it's also taught us that human beings simply aren't wired to function perfectly when they face the sorts of challenges they're likely to encounter in business. So we know that on the one side, and then the question arises, so what normatively should be the guidelines that should inform the way managers and others in business act in light of the fact that they're not operating within perfect environments? And to me, that is really the pressing challenge we face in business ethics. Given an imperfect world, given imperfect human beings, what normatively should we expect of managers? What are they obligated to do in light of those imperfections? And what might they be permitted to do that they would not otherwise be permitted to do were they in fact operating with an ideal psychology, under ideal social context, and within ideal organizational structures and systems? And for me, trying to spell out what those normative guidelines are and then doing empirical research that says, so how do we increase the likelihood that individuals can respond to the ethical challenges that they face in a constructive way, given their limitations and the limitations imposed upon them by the circumstances in which they typically find themselves when those responsibilities are pressed upon them? That, to me, is the core of business ethics.